Hi, I'm Jack Whittles of WhittlesStone Geological Treasures. The video I hope you're about to watch is on how I got these wheels out of 40 feet of water under the ocean. These were deposited in Departure Bay of Nanaimo, British Columbia back in probably the 1870s. And I found them diving and managed to dig them out and get them to shore, and it's quite a process. So I hope that you enjoy the video, and if you want any other information on the backstory to these, it'll be on our webpage, whittlestone.com or whittlestone.ca. That's Whittlestone with 2 S's. Anyways, hope you enjoy the video. This is how the Departure Bay coal docks looked from about 1871 to 1904. And this is where I first found the wheel. You can see it there by the arrow. And kind of eerie, wonderful looking underwater scene there. Here is the first video of the wheel. You can see the giant sea anemone there.
Here's the key to the KRUSTY crab. She's yours now.
And the colors are vibrant because of I'm using a light, so you lose the reds at about 40 feet or deeper, and here, because the light's on, you can see the reds and the oranges and yellows. You see the shaft of the wheel is even mostly buried at this point, just doing an experimental wave. And now this is my first attempt to dig, and I just thought I'd just start shoveling, but it's actually quite unstable to shovel. There's nothing you don't get very good leverage. So I almost did a face plant. But I stuck with it, found different ways to get in and start digging. And you only have a certain amount of time because of the air tank, so it's a lot of work. You'll notice the dive scooter off my left shoulder that kept swinging around in the current and hitting me in the head. Became very annoying in the end. Bad dive scooter. And always have to be aware of your air consumption. So I push the scooter out of the way, and then I check my air here quickly. See that hose coming off my left shoulder? There, I grab it.
At the end of the day, when push comes to shove, I may not have money, I may not have much, but at least I'm doing what I love.
Yeah, there's boats going overhead at times, but I'm 40 feet down, so it didn't concern me at all. And the gorge in Victoria, they're 10 feet over, so you're looking up, worrying about the propeller. I tried different variations of lighting and that, and this one where I had the light on the camera shining on me, it just reflected off the detritus in the water, so it didn't look very good. But we're making progress. After several dives, I still see the wheel on the left buried. I started to target the wheel on the right because it was almost out, but it was still tough to get out. You notice the color on the anemone is really low there because of the I don't have the light on. Coming in for my next dive, determined to get this wheel moving. I'm focusing on this reel was originally on the right, and it's almost free, so I'm trying to get that one done and out. You notice the sea scooter in the background. I was trying to figure out what that was in the original video, but that's the dive scooter. I put it off to the side. Hopefully it wouldn't drift away in the current. And now this is the first time that the wheel actually moved. I was so excited. Got a really huge burst of energy and pushed and pulled and jerked and tried to get it going. But the other side is still embedded. And doing this underwater is very difficult because you're all suited up and hard to get leverage, and certainly giving it my all, and it still was very, very tough to get out. So I thought I'd use a little bit of leverage here, using a shovel, trying to do anything I could to get that thing free of the mud. You got to keep your hoses and everything safe and organized. Oh, it's actually moving now, so this is really exciting. And because I dug this down, it's now in a hole, so I want to get it out of the hole before this dive is over. It was really important to me. Yeehaw! That was fun. That was not intentional, I can assure you. The wheel threw me around like a bucking bronco. I was definitely enjoying this moment, working as hard as I possibly could, but actually making progress. It felt so good to get this up the hill. I love the plumes of dirt that are kicked up here. Whoosh. Hooray, the wheels are free, and you can see the big hole I pushed them out of. But there's still lots of work to do. So the first idea we had was to pull them out with a small boat. My friend Alan brought his boat and we tried to pull, but the rope stretched and it failed miserably. So then I looked into lift bags, did some research on those, and that seemed to be the best option. And in fact, they were spectacular. And you attach these to the wheel, and then you fill them up with regulator air. That's the air that you breathe from. But most people have a spare regulator, and that's what I'm using here to fill this. The reason for two is that if your buddy gets in trouble, which I don't have here, my dive buddy, they can use your spare regulator. And here I'm so excited I just start working really, really fast. I wanted you to see the whole process of filling the bags and how powerful they are, but it takes a long time if I show it at regular speed. At this point I still don't know if it works. Pretty sure it's going to, but I haven't seen any actual lift until right about there we go. So that's when I start getting really excited. Ooh, just one more to go, I think. One more will do it. And up it goes, and watch the wheels just get looser and looser. Yeah, the bag, literally I could push this along with my finger. When Alan was in the boat, he said he had that thing floored and his feet were against the back and the boat was swinging around back and forth and he couldn't move the wheel a bit. I was on the bottom just watching and it didn't move. And here, once I add a bit more air, I can actually push these things with my finger. It was so exciting. Yeehaw! And this next scene is my favorite in the whole video. Definitely something you don't see every day. Some crazy man pushing wheels along the bottom of the ocean. So I moved this up into about 15 feet of water, and then the next day I got my kids out to help. One of them involved for getting this to shore. I don't think they quite knew what I was up to. And Xander filmed this. It was 2013, so he was only about 10 years old at the time. And there's our wonderful puppy dog. And there's one of the ferries going by. Here you see Kyle pulling hard. Xander filmed this, and he only had about a fraction of a second of video on Kyle. I had to slow this down so you can see how hard he's working. Almost sounds like Arnold. And now I know this is a victory now. They're just about in. So Kyle's still pulling on the rope. You can see it moving. And then I'm now on my knees rolling this in. This looks nice with the sunshine in the background. This was early December, so it was a cold time of year.
That makes it 9 days.
And I hope you enjoyed that.
I wish I had a nickel for every time I fell.